Coming up on Cordisco's Corner, Gina Carano, star of The Mandalorian, released by Disney for her political views. Will she go back after the public outcry to bring her back? She says, well, wait and see on the upcoming episode of Cordisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome to Cordisco's Corner. Are you tired of the same old blah, 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 blah from the media? Do you like unfiltered commentary? Would you like to go back to the days when our rights meant something? Well, you've come to the right place, Cordisco's Corner. The fight to get back the ideals of our founders will be long and hard. Please support the channel by subscribing. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Cordisco's Corner. From Fox News, Gina Carano says she was bullied by Disney, calls out political double standard at the company. No. Progressive companies are double standard and hypocrites? Gina, that can't be right. She's being kind, actually. Actress was fired from The Mandalorian over comments she made on social media. Now, I got to say, I haven't seen it yet, but she has an interview with Ben Shapiro on Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire channel on YouTube. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure she says her piece. I like her a lot. She's really, really cool. She's conservative. Kicked my ass, and she's smoking hot on top of it. My God, my God. What better combo do you want? Let's read on. And I'm sure she wouldn't mind that, so all you feminists out there, bite me, because I think Gina would consider that a great compliment. Gina Carano was speaking out about her firing from the Disney series The Mandalorian over comments she made on social media. The actress played Clara Dune for 2 seasons on the hit series set in the Star Wars universe, but faced calls from Lucasfilm and Disney to fire her over her conservative-leaning social media presence. She sat down with the Daily Wire Ben Shapiro, whom she now has a movie deal, to discuss the situation on the Ben Shapiro show. And the video is on YouTube. I think she's amazing. And I'll tell you the truth, I saw the first season and a little bit of season 2 of The Mandalorian. It was really good. Because Disney screwed. How can you screw up Star Wars? The last 3 Star Wars sucked. They were horrible. The only one that was worth the damn was one that wasn't really part of the sequence, was Rogue One. That was the only one that was worth the damn. That was a Star Wars movie. And Mandalorian is a Star Wars show. And I guess there was going to be a spinoff that Gina was supposed to be in. But Disney, you effed this one up. You effed up. And I'm glad for her that she's going to do a movie with Ben Shapiro. I can't wait for it. She's going to be a real kick-ass character. I have no doubt. But let's read on. I've been through so much, and I've seen so much now clearly of the bullying that's been taking place. And I saw it before, she explains in a preview ahead of the Sunday interview via Deadline. I'm not the only one that's ever been bullied by this company, and I know that so deeply. I do have to say, though, if there's more to the interview on the Daily Wire, if you're a subscriber, as you can see here, I've got my Leftist Tears mug. I got when I signed up for the Daily Wire, and I'll tell you, it's a damn fine mug. It's top quality metal. It's got a nice cap to keep it nice and cold or hot. And even sweeter, it has Leftist Tears on it. And it comes with a nice cap with Daily Wire logo on top. So can't beat that, guys. This is really good. Let me take a swig out of it before I continue. Hot English breakfast tea. It's the best. Carano said she would share a story that would turn things around in the media, but does not because it would implicate a friend. Everyone is afraid of losing their job. The former MMA fighter claims that her former employers were looking for a reason to fire her from the show, comparing the situation to headhunting and boxing. Now, there's a good picture of Gina right there. She's kick-ass. She's smoking hot. She's really smart. She's conservative. She's an independent woman. Isn't that all the things that those progressives and feminists supposed to be about? Women doing their own thing. Oh, This is where Gina messed up. What was I thinking? You only can be independent if you think like a progressive and a feminist. Gina. What were you thinking? You were thinking for yourself, which was the whole point of feminism, at least in part. Oh, God, these people are so bad. You know how boxers headhunt sometimes and forget to go for the body. I feel like Disney or Lucasfilm, whoever it is, just certain people at that company, I feel like I've been headhunted, and you can feel it. Because she used to be an MMA boxer. She knows what that means. That's where somebody fights you and constantly hits you in the head and not the body. You know how boxers headhunt sometimes, they go for the body. The final straw for Lucasfilm and Disney came when a Carano drew criticism for a post on social media in which he compared today's political divide to the events in Nazi Germany and conservatives to the Jewish people. She had previously caught backlash for other comments about the coronavirus, the use of gender pronouns, and election fraud. I saw that, and in fact, the star, the Mandalorian himself, showed a picture of children in a Nazi concentration camp in World War II in black and white on top of his face, I believe his Twitter picture. And on the bottom, it looks like Mexican kids, or Latin American kids, I should say, Latino kids climbing a fence inside a cage. There's like a whole bunch of them. And this is America, 2018. That's how long ago he put it. Well, first of all, you're comparing that again. You're using the Holocaust to legal and illegal immigrants, children. But the funny ass part about that whole thing was that was a picture from Palestine, you idiot. And you know what they did to him? Do you know how the left-wing media chastised him for the same thing that Gina did, but at least Gina got it right? Here was their response to the star of The Mandalorian doing the same damn thing. Crickets. And you watch my channel. I love that cricket button. Love that cricket button. Speaking to Shapiro, she reiterated a previous claim that she learned of her firing from The Mandalorian on social media along with everybody else. Yeah, you know, what a class act. You got to find out social media you were fired. You don't have the balls to call her. You didn't even text her. I'm like, you know what? What kind of gutless progressives are you? No spine. However, she claims that an email that was actually sent to her put the writing on the wall ahead of the firing. They accidentally sent me an email, which is very enlightening, so I knew. Yeah, these guys are so stupid. They sent her an email saying they're going after her to fire her. And then they fire her on social media and don't tell her. These guys are real geniuses. How the hell they get in charge of a $1 billion industry? So I knew. I knew they were paying attention. I know there were some people who went to bat for me, but I know that it didn't win out at the end. She goes on to note that she believes the company is playing favorites with this enforcement of stars' social media based on where they fall in the political spectrum. No, that can't be right. I'm looking for a good button here to push for this. I'll just use this one. That's as good as any, I guess. Arguing that a double standard is in its place. No. They've been all over me, and they've been watching me like a hawk. And I'm watching people on the same production, and they can say anything they want. And that's where I had a problem. I had a problem because I wasn't going along with the narrative, she explained. Carano concludes her thoughts on the matter in the preview clip by doubling down on her assertion that Disney was bullying her into silence. I mean, look at her. What are you, stupid? You would fire her? Are you out of your mind? These people are so stupid. I was prepared at any point to be let go because I've seen this happen to so many people. I've seen the looks on their faces. I've seen the bullying that takes place. And so when this started, they point their guns at you, and you know it's only a matter of time. Yeah, they did that to me here locally in upstate New York in my business. When I turned Republican, the local progressives took their revenge out on me. It's a long story. I'll go into it someday. I've seen the bullying that takes place, and so when this started, they started pointing their guns at you, and you know it's only a matter of time. I've seen it happen to so many people, and I just thought to myself, you're coming for me, I know you are. They're making it obvious through their employees who were coming for me. And so I was like, I'm going to go down swinging. And I'm going to stay true to myself. Good for you. This is for Gina. This is for you. Yeah, I did a real long applause on that one. Good for you, Gina. Although there are still calls for Disney to reverse its decision and bring Carano back as Cara Dune in season 3 of The Mandalorian. She was supposed to be in another spinoff show. I forgot the name of it. If it was even 3/4 as good as The Mandalorian, it would have been a big hit. The actress has already moved on to a new project in partnership with Shapiro and Daily Wire. So she told Disney to shove it. Good for you again. The Daily Wire is helping make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true, the star said in a previous statement to the outlet. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I am sending a direct message of hope to everybody living in fear of cancellation of the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before. I hope it inspires others to do the same. Yeah, it did for me back in late summer, early fall of last year when I started this channel, and I'm being really badly shadow banned, but I'm not giving up. These SOBs are not going to shut me up. It's not going to happen. I was going to do this about 4 or 5 years ago, and oh, damn, I should have. But I didn't because I lost my confidence a little bit. So I got it back. Of course, it's not on the level of multi-million-dollar productions like Gina, but I think the principle's the same. And they can't cancel us if we won't let them. Good for you, Gina. Good for you. You're absolutely right. We could not be more excited to be working with GINA CARANO, an incredible talent dumped by Disney and Lucasfilm for offending the authoritarian Hollywood left. That's not George Lucas for you people out there that don't know. This is what Daily Wire exists to do, provide an alternative not just for customers, but for creators who refuse to bow to the mob. Good for you, Ben. You know, I like Ben's style. He's right probably 98% of the time, which is pretty high, especially in media. I like his style. Sometimes you got to play his videos on YouTube at slower speed so he sounds normal because he talks so fast. Because Ben Shapiro talks like just the Ben Shapiro show. We're going to, I forget there used to be a guy back in the 70s. He used to do commercials and he would talk like that. It was comical. But good for you, Ben. And good for Gina. She's got more balls than every guy in Disney put together. And she's a woman, you idiots. Idiots. You had a really, really cool character. You had a really great star. She did wonderfully. Everybody loved her. There's been outcry from the public. And I hope millions of people cancel Disney. Well, they say, well, John, you know, conservative and Republicans, we're not into that boycotting people because that's what they're doing to us and we don't like it and blah, blah, blah. BS. I'm not going to swear because the algorithm's going to pick it up. I'm shadow banned already. BS. I'm tired of bringing a knife to a gunfight, and so are all these people. Now they're bringing a gun to a gunfight. And they'll probably give me shadow banned too, but too bad. Good for her. Good for her. And Ben, good for you. And so, Disney. Geniuses at Disney. You got rid of Gina. She might end up being a bigger star than she ever was before. And is going to build up, I'll call it the portfolio of the Daily Wire and the production companies they work with. Run, Hide, Fight, I saw it. Holy crap, is that intense. And that's pretty good for their first movie. 1 out of 100, I give Daily Wire's first movie, I'll give them an 89. 89 to 90. I think that's fair. Treat Williams plays the sheriff in it. It's funny, back when I lived in Utica here in upstate New York, I live in Binghamton now, where I'm from. But I lived in Utica when I was a manager at a Kmart up there outside of Utica, and I went to a Utica Blue Sox game, which are like single A, double A, you know, they're basically college. And sitting in front of me was Bill Murray, Brian Doyle Murray, his cousin from Caddyshack, Treat Williams, that was in the last Daily Wire movie, and a young lady with Treat Williams, because she was a lot younger, it was early 80s. He had an Army coat on, and I wait till the 7th inning stretch and got autographs from him, so I'm sure he doesn't remember me, but Treat Williams used to be a really big star, so he was pretty good in that movie. Now, I haven't seen it all the way through, Hide or Run, Hide, Fight. I seen like the first half, and then I've seen bits and pieces, but I'll go back and watch the whole thing all the way through, but what I saw of it was amazing. It's really intense. If they're even close to being as intense as that one, whatever Gina does, you know what would be a great part for her? It'd be one of those deals where she's a mother of a kid and somebody screws with her kid and gets away with it, and she goes after him. That would be awesome. That would be a great movie plot. You know, nothing more than a PO'd mother, man. Nothing more protective and more dangerous than when somebody screws with when somebody screws with somebody's kid, their mother, man. I'll tell you, it's that'd be great. I don't know. I'm sure what it is, but I guess she's going to write part of it, produce part of it. We'll see what happens. But good for you guys. They can't cancel us if you don't let them. Good for you, Gina. So I encourage everybody to watch the interview with Gina on YouTube, on the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to do it in the next few minutes. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.